Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about 10 hand-picked projects that are AI based, or at least focused on AI and data within crypto that could ultimately change your life. We are going to be talking about why I personally believe that these projects could ultimately change your life. We're going to be talking about how much money could also pour into the AI space over the course of the next couple months, and also why I believe that these projects personally are very good picks. Now, before we dive on in, I just want to say I hope everybody's having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are. Definitely hit that like button if you guys have been enjoying the content recently. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely subscribe to never miss a future update, as we do upload 3 videos per day. I'm extremely active within the crypto community, basically diving headfirst 24/7 within the space, trying to bring about more gems for all of you to learn about, and also talking about some OG coins like even XRP. So definitely subscribe to never miss a future update. And with that being said, let's dive on in. So I recently put out a tweet regarding AI, social fi, and even gaming. I said focus on the trend shift within crypto. Right now, AI, social fi, and gaming are the 3 biggest trends in crypto right now. I personally believe that we will see billions to trillions flowing into the space, and these 3 trends will be the big winners. Now, I did go on to mention Casper. Now, Casper, I do think is a great opportunity within the space, but they're not fully AI driven. They are a project that is not, 100% focused on AI, but they are helping converge blockchain and AI through initiatives with IBM, for an example. Now, Casper is a great opportunity in the space, but it is not one of the projects that I'm talking about within this video. But let's actually talk about the trends right now, because I did include Google Trends within this video, because as we do look at AI crypto, right, and we look at the past 5 years worldwide and the interest over time, we could actually see that interest around AI crypto has grown tremendously, and it all started this year. For an example, here we have January 1st through the 7th. This is when it started to pick up. And we hit a massive all-time high of interest in February of this year, which of course, during February of this year, we start to see a lot of the coins topping out at major resistance and backpedaling. And that's where, of course, the interest completely dropped off. But as you guys do see, it is picking right back up. And as we gear up for the next major bull run, what I do think that about massive amounts of retail and money is going to pour into this space over the course of the next 12 to 24 months. And it is simply because, again, as we look at crypto, we know it typically has massive bull runs right around the time of the Bitcoin halving. We do focus on, of course, the 4-year timetable, but I also think that we might front run it a little bit with ETFs and things like that. It could happen. But AI crypto, obviously becoming a big trend with a lot of interest behind it. And now let's talk about the actual opportunities. So again, as we look at how much money is going to pour into the space in just a short term, we also have to look at the long term. Now, PwC is a major player. If we actually look at, their offices, they have offices in over 151 countries. They have more than 364,000 people working for them. And they also provide services to 87% of the global Fortune 500 companies. And they also had 130,000 people join PwC firms around the world in this year. And also for the ending June 30th, 2023 timeframe, PwC's gross revenues were about roughly $53.1 billion. Now, you need to know this because of who they are, how large PwC actually is, and because of this report on artificial intelligence. 15.7 trillion potential contribution to the global economy by 2030 from AI, a 26% boost in GDP for local economies from AI by 2030, and 300 AI use cases identified and related are captured in our AI Impact Index. Now, with this, AI is obviously a huge market. It's great. It's massive, right? And it's a game changer. But it won't be realized unless we can tap into it fully. Now, what is helping this get tapped in fully? Blockchain. I'm interrupting this video just to let you guys know that you can get 40% off right now for the next few days. If you go over to DCENTWallet.com, you could save 40% on cold storage devices. We're talking about the single pack. We're talking about the double pack. You could save upwards of $128 right now. So what are you waiting for? Go get your cold storage device and make sure that you are safe this next bull run. Remember, protect yourself, protect your wealth. Now let's get back to the video. I actually read this report. I included it in a video actually talking about Casper, funny enough, but it said, can blockchain supply the guardrails to keep AI on course? And basically what it was is hybrid blockchains with both private and public aspects can solve AI's black box problem, which is more so transparency regarding AI processes and things like that. And it could even help, tackle a lot of the problems within the AI system. So this is where, again, blockchain really kind of comes into place with transparency, security, and things like that. It could actually help, streamline AI processes and even help AI become a lot more dominant within some of these areas, including business applications and things like that. So I do think that this is a huge opportunity for blockchain and AI to converge, which is also why I included my initial tweet over here talking about Casper, because again, you really need to look into this. So when we talk about that, imagine the projects that are fully AI focused within the space and what they could actually do in this next bull run as AI crypto becomes a lot larger of a trend, and a lot of people actually focus on how big AI of a market that AI market could become in terms of that $15.7 trillion by 2030. Now, again, that's by 2030. In the short term, we could see hundreds of billions of dollars pour in to this market. Now, shout out to Dread Bongo because he actually did agree with me essentially on this topic, because he said AI will become one of the largest sectors in the crypto space. If you do not believe that, then you clearly haven't been paying attention to what's happening in the real world. The AI project that secures the top spot of this category, when that happens, will hold one of the largest valuations crypto has ever seen. And it is true, right? Like, we're starting to see the big shift and we're starting to see the big trend. AI has become a dominant thing in the real world. Everyone has been talking about it. Now, with that in mind, let's talk about some projects that could become very large players in the AI scene. So starting first, the graph. Now, this might not be a fully focused AI project, but it is still a big player in this market, especially as we do look at the Web3 economy and how fast that has been growing. I do think that the graph is going to be a crucial player here because they are the decentralized data indexer for the Web3 economy. Now, this thing is sitting at about roughly a $1.4 billion market cap. I'm going to say right now, as we do go down the list, starting first, these are a lot more less risky options rather than the high risk assets, which I will be talking about towards the end of this video. So as we look at the graph, I still think that this has a lot of upside potential where we could very well see the $2 plus mark for the graph in the next bull run. This was once deemed the Google of crypto. So as we look at the graph, it has a ton of major players already tapped in. This is the decentralized data indexer, which is a crucial thing to mention as well, because data is essentially the new oil in this digital economy. So as we look at the graph, I still think that this is going to be a major player, and it's definitely one that you need to be looking at. Again, big player. And then also BitTensor. So Tau, this is a huge one. So a lot of people thought that I was not even invested into Tau. I had no exposure to Tau, but I do. By the way, full transparency, I'm not invested into all of these projects. I do hold the graph, and I also do hold some Tau, simply because of what Tau has been doing. Again, this one does have a very similar supply to Bitcoin. Currently speaking, 24.88% of the supply is out there. This one is mineable. So if you guys did want to tap into that, you guys are more than welcome to. But as we do look at Tau, currently speaking, it is sitting at about roughly $257. It has gone sideways for a while in 2023 before eventually breaking out to the upside just recently. So again, take it how you want. This is sitting at about roughly a almost $3 billion market cap. I do think that Tau is going to be a massive hit in the future, especially as we do talk about AI. Full transparency, Tau is an open source protocol that powers a decentralized machine learning network. which is very beneficial. But beyond that, there's a lot more substance behind it, which I highly suggest everybody to do a lot more research regarding these cryptocurrencies. Obviously, I'm not going to include in-depth research in this video because it will just take a lot of time, and I don't want to waste your guys' time. I just want to get into the real juiciness of it, which is, of course, what these projects are, what they do, and just kind of give you a little bit of a quick background behind them. But again, this is a $1.3 billion market cap. I still think that this could very well hit some of the high digit figures, considering the fact that market cap wise, we could see a ton of capital flowing into the AI scene. Tau is fully AI. This is all through machine learning. It's a massive network doing some great things. And like I said, if we're talking about that market cap wise, it could see tens of billions of dollars in market cap. I think that this is going to be a big one. So definitely keep a close eye on Tau. Next up on the list is Fetch. Now we are starting to get into the lower market cap range. This is sitting at about roughly a sub $500 million market cap. Not too bad tokenomic wise. Doesn't have a max supply though, which could throw some people for a loop. But Fetch is an open and decentralized machine learning network very similar to Tau that is set to optimize DeFi services and any complex digital systems. Now, currently speaking, we are nearing the all-time high already on this thing, sitting at about roughly like 90 cents or so. But again, market cap wise, it does have a ton of upside potential here. I think that this could very well be, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x opportunity run, especially as we do start to see a lot more money pouring into the AI scene. And a lot of these tokens, the best part about them, the lower risk tokens, they are on major exchanges like Coinbase and Binance and things like that. Tau isn't listed on a lot of major exchanges. The go-to for me always has been MEXC. Again, everyone is a little bit different, but then also on the graph, this thing has been on major exchanges since day one. So you can get this on Binance, Coinbase, etc. Next up on the list, Acash. Acash network has been one that I've been fully focused on for a while. And the all-time high on this thing goes all the way up to about roughly $7.50. I could be wrong on that because I'm just going off of coin market cap. This has been one that I've been talking about in the private Patreon group and even in the private Discord for a little bit of time. This has been a big winner so far this bull run. And as we do look at Acash, this is a decentralized and open source marketplace to disrupt cloud computing, very similar to like AWS, Amazon Web Services. But this is fully decentralized, which is very beneficial. And this thing is sitting at roughly $300 and almost $70 million in market cap. Tokenomics look pretty good on this one. Again, only 57% of the circulating supply is out there, so please be aware of that. This is also on some pretty large tier 1 exchanges, so you can get this pretty easily. Overall market cap wise though, I could see this thing pulling a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x as well because of the overall market cap on it. And again, this is doing some pretty good things. I mean, listen, if you go over and do some research on Acash, you would probably be surprised on how large of a player this actually is for a sub $500 million project. And then also up on the list is Track, Origin Trail. Again, another great opportunity within this space. Sitting at sub $200 million in market cap. Tokenomics look pretty good on this one as well. 500 million Track, 79, almost 80% of the supply already out there. And again, this is an open source and decentralized network. I personally love these open and decentralized networks because, again, it provides you a great opportunity for, getting into something that is fully decentralized and something that is revolutionizing specific markets. For example, with Track, they are actually streamlining Web3 adoption in the supply chain sector specifically, and they already have some great partnerships already in place. Again, this one, considering the fact that the market cap is so low, I mean, this could very well be a 50x opportunity for you guys. So definitely keep a close eye on Track. 0x0. Now, this has been one that has been talked about quite a bit within the Discord. So again, unlike Track, which is on like Coinbase and Acash, that's on a lot of tier 1 exchanges as well. 0x0 is really not on major exchanges. You need to be tapped in with decentralized exchanges like Uniswap. Again, as we do go down the list on a lot of these on a lot of these higher risk gems, it gets a lot harder to jump into them. But the thing that's very interesting about 0x0 is that this is a privacy-focused AI-based safety tools model that's actually focused on revolutionizing the DeFi landscape. Here's the kicker though. 100% of the generated revenue goes back to token holders. Absolute insane opportunity with 0x0. Now, again, this is a higher risk opportunity. You need to know how to utilize a decentralized exchange. Again, as we go down the list, they're going to get harder. But this thing is sitting at sub $100 million in market cap. This could very well be one of the easiest 10x opportunities, or it could also go to zero. Please understand the risk involved in crypto investing. Do not invest more than what you can afford to lose, because again, there's always that opportunity that you could lose it all. But this thing has massive potential. I've seen it essentially go from zero to hero very quick. This has been one that has been mentioned in the Discord by I Am The One. Big shout out to him. Again, massive gem. Also, PAL AI. Again, very hard to get this one, but it is on some T1 exchanges, or at least some large exchanges out there. You can get this on Uniswap, you can get it on HTX, Gate.io, and a few other ones. This thing has a sub $100 million market cap as well. And 0x0, just like 0x0, 1 billion max supply. Both of these in at least the 70 to almost 90% range on the supply being fully out there. With PAL AI, this one is a little bit interesting. This is just an advanced chatbot built with AI and machine learning technology that is decentralized. It's a pretty big narrative. Again, I do think that this could be a big player, especially in the next bull run, because again, as we really kind of look at what's going on with a lot of these major players, again, AI, with everything that has been happening with AI and just the recent times, I do think that some of these players are going to be very, very big opportunities within the space. But again, you just need to understand the risk involved with tapping into any of these lower cap gems, especially as we gear up for the next bull run. Also, Veat AI, this is another project that has been on the agenda. It's been discussed within the private Discord. This thing is an AI personal assistant that is available on mobile devices, and it's focused on businesses and consumers. Another incredible diverse opportunity. Again, this thing at a sub $50 million market cap, 400 million tokens, 74% of the supply is out there. This thing is a must look into because I think that this is going to be a huge opportunity. This one is on some very large exchanges already. Again, MEXC, my go-to, they have it. KuCoin has it, Gate.io, and a few other ones. This one I could see becoming a large opportunity in the next bull run. This did launch at a rough time in the market, like roughly May 2021. For a lot of coins, where the top was the topping point. It did have a little bit of a bounce, but for the most part, it just was downtrend only. And it did go to sub 1 penny. It was a great opportunity back in November of 2022. But even now, as we do kind of just range sideways, we're hitting some areas here. You could wait for a pullback. It doesn't really matter if you guys want to be patient with it or not. But for the most part, this thing at a sub $50 million market cap, I think that this is going to be a huge, huge player. And then also onto the next one, Vector Space. This was one in 2021 that was a big winner. I was very early on into the market in terms of the growth. I have been in crypto for a very long time, but my channel was very new during this time, but we were still talking about Vector Space. Now this is accelerating data-driven innovations using patent-protected technology. This one at a sub $30 million market cap, 50 million total supply, 49.2 million of the supply is out there. So almost all the supply is already out there. I haven't seen any of the supply change at all since 2021. So I don't think that the supply is going to change much at all, but I could very well be wrong. Please keep note of that. This one is very hard to get because it's not on major exchanges. You would actually have to buy this thing on Uniswap or KuCoin. I avoid KuCoin, just full transparency. But this thing has practically no volume in it. It's roughly $150,000 worth of volume, not too significant. But I do think that this is going to pull a massive run in the next bull run, considering the AI narrative behind the space growing, but also because of the tokenomics and the market cap of it. This thing did hit an all-time high of nearly $20 in the last bull run. I think that it could very well go there again, but I also think that it could go much higher than $20. this is definitely a must watch as well. Keep it on the watch list if you don't want to buy it right now. This is definitely one that you must be looking into though. And then also, last but not least, high risk. This is not a full AI token. They're kind of very similar to the graph in terms of like becoming a data indexer. This is a utility token, and it is for the entire ecosystem. It's used for buying and selling data, staking, and participation on the platform. It is Big Data Protocol, BDP. Right now, currently, we are seeing a bull flag formation. I think that when this thing does erupt, it is going to move very fast. Tokenomics, max supply, 80 million, 64% of the supply out there, sub $6 million market cap, fully diluted market cap, sub 10 million. This thing could move very fast. This is another one of those gems that are, again, high risk. It's harder to get, but you could get it on MEXC, you can get it on Gate.io and a few other ones. But guys, these are 10 significant altcoins that have some great fundamentals behind them. Again, a lot of them are higher risk. The lower risk ones I have already gone over in the beginning of the video. But I definitely think that as we start to see the trends growing around AI, I think that this is going to be an industry that everyone should be looking at. I think that this is going to be an industry within crypto that can make a lot of people extremely wealthy. So you need to make sure that you are focused up within the AI sector. And with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Peace out.